Guys, what's up? So today I haven't filmed a video in a long time, but filming a clock store video. I got some. You notice I got a couple of new arrivals. So yeah, I'm showing my clock store. So first off, let's start over here. So we got this Flotto quartz clock. And there's this sharp alarm clock. Here's this Amazon toy clock. Here's this one, which is broken, but it works. Here's that one. Then here's a quartz. Then here's another quartz. Here's that one. Here's this one. And then here's this one. Here's this. And then here's this Howard Miller clock. That's me when I was a little kid. That's my dad. Oh gosh, this fell off. Here's a Sterling & Noble. Here's a Handmade 2 clock. Here's this one. Here's Salvation Army Home Sweet Home. Here's a Train Time Ingram clock. Here's this mantle clock. There's a sharp alarm clock. Here's another top alarm. And then here's a dot clock. Here is a Minecraft clock. There's another top alarm. That's a big Faith Hope clock. That's the one I got from a thrift store. That's one from my dad. That's from a thrift store. This is from my dad. This is from my dad. It's a quartz. There's a Sterling & Noble. That's a quartz. Here's a Kensington, London, 1897. Here's a Danbury. Here's a Sterling & Noble. Here's this one. And here's that one. Here's a pirate ship clock. And there's a Sterling & Noble, a quartz, and a Westcott. There's a top torn apple clock, and and a twin bell sharp alarm clock. Here's this one, which does chime, but it does not work. So it's kind of different than my other clocks. There we go. Here it goes. That's my mini drum kit and this. So this is from Salvation Army. It doesn't work. And then here's the quartz clock. That's one from my mom. That's a rhythm clock I got from Amish country. It's a nice one. Here's a Sterling & Noble I got from St. Vincent. Here's this one right here. Here's this Peerage Farm one, whatever it's called. Here's this quartz. Here's the Elgin quartz mantle clock. Here's this one I got for Christmas. Here's that one from my dad. Here's my lava lamp. That's a green clock. And there's a quartz. There's another sharp twin bell alarm clock. Here's a Boliv clock. Here's this anniversary clock. Here's this one right here. That one's about to go off. Here's this one right here. There's a little mini clock in there. Here's a little mini alarm clock, and then a sharp alarm clock. And then here's that one. And then back there we got a picture of frame clock. That one. And mini grandma clock and a kiss. And then that's a flower clock. This one, this one, this one right there. And then that, oh wait, gallery doing Gaston. Now we're going to ones close to the wall, like those. All of these up there, there. First off is another sharp black alarm clock. This one's from Walmart. This one is from my dad, my grandma. That one is from Christmas. That one is from a thrift store, St. Vincent. Here's an Elgin regulator that doesn't chime. Here's this England clock. Here is the a pendulum clock I got from Walmart. Here's this LED one. Try to turn on. Y'all know I have a grandfather clock. I showed you in one of my videos. And then here's this quartz clock one of my aunts gave me. Here's this Elgin regulator. I'll chime it. Doesn't work though. Here's this London clock. It chimes. I can open up this. It doesn't. I don't want to chime it right now because it's really fragile. It's a 40. It's a 30-day one. It's actually just a 30-day one. Here's a Allison quartz clock. Here's this General Electric clock. Here's this Wild Wings clock, which is the last clock. Oh no, here's this cross clock. So bye bye. See you later.